Well, I was going to give you every ticket in the book, but I think I smell some drugs. So I had a baby shower to go to, a best friend of mine and his wife and their first kid, and I was going to their baby shower. I also had about 3 car shows to do that weekend. One at a Chevy dealership, a Cafe and Octane, and probably some other small show. So it was going to be a really busy weekend, really hectic. But I was able to do my car shows and head towards North Georgia. In North Georgia, I've spent the last 10 years going and we build cars there. I go and do outdoors things there. A good number of my friends live there. And if you're in Atlanta and you like to get outdoors, in North Georgia in the mountains is basically just where you go. So I get the Corvette cleaned up. I do the car shows. They're awesome. And of course, spending time chatting with car guys, I'm late. So I get on 85 going to North Georgia mountains at a pretty hectic rate of speed. And I top a hill and I see a GSP, Georgia State Patrol, in their friendly blue Chargers. And I decide not to run today. Not today. So I get pulled over. I'm thinking it's no problem. Everything's good. It's the Corvette. I'll just get my ticket and go. So the nice trooper comes to the window after getting all my license and stuff and says, I see a bench warrant in the system for you. And I'm like, nope, that's the wrong name. That's the wrong person. That's not me. He's like, I'm pretty sure I got this bench warrant, so I'm going to need you to just step on out of this Corvette real quick. So I get out of the car. The guy's actually really nice. He talks to me. He looks in his, in his computer. He calls it in and gets the date of this said missed ticket. And it's one that I know that I've handled. So I pull up my emails. I show him, look, I got a receipt for that ticket, that citation number. That's it right there. I got it. I paid it. I said, well, look, I'll check into it further for you. And if it's a mistake, then you get to go. But if they call back and they say it's in there, then you get to go with me. So he proceeds to call it in, and we stand and talk, and it takes he's calling on his cell phone straight to, the real records or the whatever they call it, the warrants office. And so we're going to call you back in 5 minutes. So we get to talking about the car and everything, and it's a real tense 5 minutes, and his cell phone rings, and I'm just praying. And I'm clear of the ticket. He did pay it. It's clear. And the guy was actually really nice. So I want to shout out to the state troopers. I actually never have a problem with a Georgia state trooper here. So when you see the silver Corvette, ease off it. I'm back on track. I wasted 30 minutes, but I'm 40 minutes away from the baby shower. It's my best friend's, their first kid, so I cannot miss it. So I get there. It's all great, and I decide to actually leave the shower a bit early before it ends, and they're all going to go to my friend's house. So I say, okay, I'm going to meet you guys there at the house, but I'm going to run really quickly to my hot rod buddies in town, and I'm going to show them the vet. So I jump in the car, 5 minutes up to my friend's house, and these are like the real troublemakers in the city, the hot rod guys. I get there, my friend's little brother is there, and he hasn't seen the vet on anything but the pictures and on Instagram and stuff like that. I say I'm gonna take him for a ride. He jumps in, we go on the main highway. I proceed to give it hell all the way up 441, probably for about 2 miles. I turn around and I give it hell all the way back. Well, halfway back to the driveway, I look over and I see a Mountain City black Tahoe City Police. And I go right by him doing, I don't know how fast. So I pull onto my buddy's street, and I look up in the mirror, and I see this Tahoe coming hard. So I just cruise up my buddy's street, past his house was on the left, past it, and I turned around. I was coming back down, and the Tahoe is turning onto the street, lit up. And he pulls right up to the nose of my car, slams on the brakes, proceeds to jump out and give it to me in all kind of expletives, in all kind of ways. Son, what in the hell do you think you're doing in my city? What do you think you're doing up and down my road? What do you think you're doing? And I'm sitting in the car and I'm caught red-handed. So I'm like, sir, I was taking my buddy's brother for a ride. What can I say? You got me. Like, this is it. I don't know if he thought I was going to run or something. I mean, he's at my bumper and he's just still yelling. So he's like, well, I'm going to give you every ticket in the book. Just sit there and wait. So he goes back to his truck and, I'm sure he's just calling everything in. He comes back and he says, well, I was going to give you every ticket in the book, but I think I smell some drugs. I'm like, oh man, this is not going to be a good day. So with there being no drugs in the car, this guy proceeds to say, oh, I smell something. So I say, me and my buddy, we'll get out. You can look. It's a Z06. There's this seat, that seat, and the trunk. That's it. He's digging and looking and digging. He calls a backup sheriff officer because if he's searching, he has to have somebody also there. So the sheriff's department officer gets there. I'm sitting on the curb with my buddy, and he looks at me, being one of the few black people that frequents this town, and he goes, I know you. And I'm like, I hope so. Is in a good way? He's like, yeah. My dad built your Mustang engine a few months ago. I'm like, yeah. Your dad's got that machine shop. He built my motor. Yeah. You remember me? I'm a good guy. And he goes, look, like, okay. I do know you. Let me talk to the dude. Let me see if I can get him, just give you some tickets and, send you on your way. And I'm like, yes, awesome. So he goes and talks to the guy. He comes back. No. City police is not trying to hear that. This guy is gung-ho. He swears that you got something in this car and he's going to find it. So they look for 20 more minutes. The guy who knows me helping him, they find nothing. So he comes to me and he says, well, since there's nothing there and you were still reckless and I got you on my camera going up 441 and coming back down. So he said, I'm going to take you in for reckless driving. I said, okay, I'm going to tow your car. You can't just let my car stay here in front of my friend's house. Like, we're literally on the curb in front of the house. I could just roll it into the grass, literally. Nope, I have to take it. Truck's got to come get it. You can't tow this car. Do you know what this car is? Like, you can't, I have carbon fiber ground effects all around it. You can't just put it on a flatbed, any flatbed. Well, we'll have the impound lot guy, which is right across the street, small town life. Directly across the street from my friend's road is a body shop where the police use their impound lot. So we wake the body shop owner up 9:30 at night or something now and make him come over and drive the car across the street into the impound lot while I get into the Tahoe and go down to the Rabun County Jail. Now, this is also my first ride in the police package Tahoes. I do recommend picking one up if you have the means. I mean, that's the way an SUV should move. So I get to the jail. Mind you, I have two friends that are sheriff deputies. One of them at the jail, one of them that is just a sheriff deputy. I call my friends from the baby shower. Guys, I'm not going to make it over to the house. I got arrested. And they're like, what? No, what? Come to find out, my friends that are having the baby shower, their father is golf buddies with the sheriff, with the Rabun County Sheriff. So they immediately get on the phone, go to calling him. I'm sitting in the jail probably 30 minutes. I get called out. My friend that's a sheriff deputy that works on the female side is there. Hey, look, we're doing some things. Go back in there, just chill. This is about to be over. And I'm like, what? Okay. So I go back in the cell, me, 10 white guys and 10 Mexicans. And my friends proceed to talk to the sheriff and get him to call the jail and tell them to let me go. So a big country boy sheriff's deputy walked into the cell, the holding cell, and in front of all these people, he goes, I don't know who you are or what you did, but the sheriff just called and said to let you go. So we're processing your paperwork and you're going to be done in about 10 minutes, okay? And he walked out and everybody in the cell is looking at me like, who the hell's this guy? And so just like that, 15 minutes later, I was at a desk signing some papers and I was out of there. We actually went back to the house and we called the impound lot guy because my friends there were also buddies with him, considering his lot was across the street from their street. And he went in at 12:30 at night, tossed me my keys and said, all right, guys, and let me pull my car out. We then just went back to the house and laughed at the whole story. So I still did get 2 tickets. They were a violation of city ordinances, not moving violations, because the chief of police, also a friend of my friend's, said, no moving violations, will knock it down. Especially by the time that I went to pay these tickets, because said officer had been in a lot of trouble for complaints, harassing people, for speeding, for very little amounts over the limit. He also, 3 months after my incident, crashed and totaled Mountain City's brand new Tahoe police package, the only one they had, and he was shortly thereafter fired. So I think I got my revenge a little bit. It was $1,000 baby shower and ticket, and it took an entire day. I did at least get to attend my friend's baby shower, and that is like my godnephew now, and we do the autism walk every year. So if anybody's on my Instagram, they can see us there. And yeah, that's how I got arrested, just going to a baby shower.
Are you looking to buy your dream car? Premier Financial Services offers the flexibility of financing with the tax benefits of leasing. The PFS Simple Lease offers quick approvals and easy termination when you are ready for the next car. Visit our website and follow us for more.